Come in.
Hi, Gary
Hey.
McNulty?
Actually, it's Gary. Yeah, that's right.
Taylor from Gartner.
First person to get my name right in a long time.
Well, I try sometimes.
Well, everybody says Jerry. I don't know why. I'm like, no, it's Gary, like
Gary.
Barry with a G.
Do you mind if I take a seat?
Please take a seat.
Thank you. So what really excites me about you is that every company that you've worked for has like one common theme, sustainability. And it makes me really excited to announce I'm taking part in the whole sustainability movement. So last week was my birthday,
Okay.
and I took the liberty of getting myself a little present.
All
I'll
right.
show you today. So I bought myself a Prius.
Okay.
I know it's kind of silly, but I see this as my first step into moving into a sustainability life, just like you have throughout everything you've worked for.
It's a good picture.
Thank you. And so I think it's kind of funny how Arkland and Gartner kind of have the same values. Arkland being that they're one source to have an efficient, reliable, and sustainable resource. Well, at Gartner, we strive to have a one-source stop to help you make your right decision the first time, to make your business reliable, efficient, and sustainable.
Okay.
So today I just want to ask you a few questions, kind of learn you and Arkland.
Okay.
Shannon told me that you had time for a 20-minute meeting. Does that still stand?
Yeah, it should be okay.
Okay. So I'm going to take a few notes today on our little sustainability board here.
Okay.
And so just in case we need to circle back to anything, we have notes and we're all good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect. So I know you're new to the company.
I am.
So what kind of projects do they have you coming on to?
Well, I'm replacing the guy that had the job for many, many years.
Yeah.
He set up the original system that we had, and I think once he set it up, he didn't really do much else with it after that. So we've been kind of coasting on the same system for the past at least 15 years, with no real changes that I saw. So right now, the main project is trying to integrate our ERP system, because right now it is kind of all over the place. So that is my main goal.
Okay. And so with all these projects, how many IT staff do you have under you that you have to look over?
I have myself, and then I have 3 managers, and each one of them have their own reports. I think all in all. But to answer your direct question, it's myself. I have 3 direct reports. They have 12 reports that account to them. So.
Wow. And I know since this is such a large company, it's the largest one you've worked for so far. What kind of IT budget are you looking at?
Right now, they've set me out with about a $700,000 budget.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And so I guess with these projects, how do you plan on implementing and putting a new system in there to make it work better for you?
Right now it's just kind of taking the pulse of where we're at. Like I said, I'm fairly new. I don't want to do it the wrong way. So I'm really digging in with the team, trying to learn exactly what it is they need at each particular position, so that I could find a system that's going to work well for everybody. And nothing's going to be perfect.
Trial and error.
But you can get it pretty close.
Exactly. And why not, especially when you need to make a good impression on your company.
Absolutely.
So with that, what kind of research are you doing to be able to figure out that best system for your company?
Lots and often.
Lots and often, and
Yeah.
how do you conduct it?
Right now, interviewing companies, letting them come give me their pitch, bells and whistles, the whole 9 yard. Truth be told, it's a bit challenging. It's a lot to take in. We have 600 employees nationwide. That's a lot of people to try and make happy. So it's a lot of pressure.
Oh, I'm sure. And I guess what kind of companies are you looking at to partner with to help you alleviate all the stress?
We've considered a few. Oracle. We've considered NES. We've considered NetSuite even.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And with that, I'm sure that's going to be a huge contract once you figure out which company you want to partner with. Have you thought about how much that contract is going to be worth to you?
Initial thoughts are around 800,000.
800,000. Okay.
Seems to be where everybody's kind of coming in at. So, those $700,000 sounds a lot to get a system that will integrate well and work seamlessly for 600 employees. a cheap venture. So,
No.
I think coming out of the gate, I thought that 700,000 would be more than enough, but I don't know that it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm sure. Well, with that, do you have some sort of system?
I got a question for you.
Yeah, of course.
So CIOs, kind of a small knit group of people, a lot of chit chatter and rumors and stuff.
Of course.
Are you guys being sued, or weren't you recently sued?
Have you heard in the news that we were sued?
Not in the news per se, but just kind of rumors. There's a lot of suits that go on that don't make it to the news because they get settled or whatever.
To my knowledge, I don't know. I don't believe we are because they normally inform me of that kind of stuff. But I don't believe we are currently. What concerns you about that?
I mean, I am not necessarily looking to partner with somebody who is fraudulently making claims against services and not performing and that kind of stuff.
I understand that. To my knowledge, I don't believe we are currently because normally when we do, they make everyone in the company aware of that so that we can all take part in making a better business.
Yeah.
But with that, honestly, I'm here to help you, and I don't think our relationship would be affected by something that happens. We are the number one advisory company in the world, so with that company comes a lot of responsibility. But I can assure you that our relationship will not be hindered by that.
Okay.
Do you mind if we continue?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. So back to the contracts. Do you have a system of going through these contracts and making sure no mistakes are made?
I'm an IT guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer. So as far as my initial review, things seem to be okay, but we do have a legal team kind of review them, and that can be kind of a lengthy process. So to answer your question, no, not really. I would think that would be a pretty big need for me.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely. And so, does Arcland have any kind of, mentorship for you that you can bounce ideas off? I know you've been working in this kind of position for a long time, so you have well over experience you need. But do you have a way that you can bounce your ideas off somebody just to clarify them for you?
It's funny you say that because I was living in California for a long time, and I had a support group out there. People that were like-minded, that had similar roles, and when I was up against big decisions, things of that nature, you can call somebody, bounce an idea off, get straightened out sometimes, or be reassured. So moving to Georgia, I've lost that support system. It's not that I can't pick up the phone, but when you don't live in California and you got people that live in California, there's just kind of like snooty kind of
a disconnect.
You've left the Silicon Valley and now you're lost.
Yeah.
Right? So in a nutshell, no, I really don't.
What would it mean to you to kind of have that phone a friend system that if you needed somebody to bounce an idea off just to make sure you're feeling good about it, what would that mean to you?
For me, I just don't want to mess this up.
Yeah.
So having somebody that has done something like this before to at least check my decisions, I think would be pretty valuable.
Oh, I'm sure, and especially being new to a company, you need first impressions are everything. So if you come in with a home run, imagine how that's going to affect your job.
Absolutely.
Well, today, so far, if I can just sum it up for you, we've talked about a few zones of inhibition. You could definitely use a phone a friend kind of system to help you bounce ideas off of. You could use a fine-tooth comb to kind of go through those contracts and make sure that you alleviate any mistakes that could possibly be made, since there's no defined legal team that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, there's a couple different systems that you want to be able to do research on that to bring in and kind of help you learn your new team that you're working with. Does this all sound about right?
Yeah, I think we've covered all the bases. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd want to talk about or go over?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
No.
Well, if it pops up, please let me know.
I will.
Okay. Gartner, we're a company that helps companies like you get all of their technology and help them make technology systems and help get their issues simplified into one visual desktop for you. And the best part about this is it's all unbiased advice that you can actually trust. And I know doing research out there, if you don't have information you can trust, it's not reliable to you at all.
Sure.
And so I'm just going to show you how easy it is to use. So we're going to go to the home website, and it's easy as going to Gartner.com.
Okay.
And so let's see, we're going to look up. We can look up contracts, since that's one thing you're trying to focus on. If you want to type in contracts there for me. Perfect. Let's see, let's pull it up here real quick. And so what you see here is all the research that we do and our analysts, our expert analysts find for you. And you can see the free version only gives you 20 results, which is not that great. But if you get a membership with us, you'll have the premium research, which, once our slow internet works, you'll see that it goes to 33,157 results, which is unbelievable, because if you're trying to look on Google or trying to do basic research, those are really hard documents to find, especially being unbiased. And I know that sounds like a lot of information to filter through, but luckily we have our little filter button over here, and this is going to help you find that exact niche company that you want to partner with, especially being that you're looking between Oracle, NetSuite, and all of those different companies. This is going to help you find all the information you need to know about them and make your best choice. And so, did you have a question?
Yeah, just how long did it take you to learn all that?
So before I started working for Gartner, I actually had an internship with them. And through that 3-month internship, it really helped me get to learn exactly what this company does and how they help other companies. And we have an amazing training program too, so.
Just seems like a lot.
Well, that's what I'm here to help you with.
Okay.
And so you said that an executive partner would be something that would really help you out.
Sure.
And one of the best bonuses that you get with a membership with us is you have access to retired CIOs who you can call at any time. And the best part about this is that you can pick what industry you want to talk to them about. You basically can ask them whatever you need. Do you think that would help you when you're trying to make a decision?
So you're saying that I can call retired CIOs? That's the experts that's what you were talking about?
Yeah, these are experts that have been in your position before.
Okay.
And you can basically ask them whatever you need. They're there for they're on their exposure for you. Okay. So, I mean, is there anything that worries you about?
No, I was just making sure. Yeah. So.
Of course. So yeah, these are all experienced CIOs that have been in the same position as you, so they understand exactly where you've been for.
Okay, cool.
So do you see how that could benefit you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then one thing that I think you could really use is, we have an IT budget.
Okay.
On the IT budget, it's going to show you what the person who was in your position last year at your company did and what you're doing. And so this is going to show you where you're allocating that $700,000 IT budget to. And it's going to show you what percentage of your total fund that you're investing into, and it will compare it to the industry average.
Okay.
So the top competitors in your industry. And the best part about this is you can show this to your CFO and show them that, look, you're here and you're new and you're improving the company. So let's look at outsourcing. So you see your past person who's been in the CIO position here spent 24% of the budget on outsourcing. But if you look at the industry average for the top competitors, they're spending 27%. So he wasn't fully extending the amount he probably should be spending in that. But if it shows that you are, and you're reaching exactly what all your competitors that are doing so well, I'm sure that's going to give you some good pull with your CFO and help you.
It's interesting.
Do you think that would help you build a good relationship in your new job and kind of put that good first impression on there?
Yeah, that's definitely a great tool for sure. Yeah.
And so with that, obviously, that's going to help your job stay sustainable. And then one of my favorite things that Gartner offers is we have 3 methodologies that we try to focus on. Our Magic Quadrant, Critical Capabilities, and our Hype Cycle. So the first one is our Magic Quadrant, and this is what's really going to help you come up if you want to use Oracle or NetSuite or any of those things.
Okay.
So what this does is it's going to show you a chart, and on here is going to be those companies all over the screen. And so it's going to show you who are the leaders in that industry, who are your niche players. And for you, you probably would want to start off with maybe one of the leaders because you're new in this company, and so you want to get a really good, well-rounded company to help you really launch your career so far. And then that leads us to our critical capabilities.
Okay.
What this does is kind of gives you more in-depth answers of what you saw on the Magic Quadrant. So this is going to tell you the who, the why, and the when, and really tell you exactly what it is about that company that's going to work for you. It's going to show you what their values are and how it compares to the things that are important to you. How do you think that would help you play out when you're trying to make that decision of what company to go with?
It just seems like it would simplify things a little bit. And that's kind of what I was looking for. So, yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And that leads us to my favorite part, the hype cycle. So this is actually a really cool tool that no other advisory company has. On this cycle, you see it starts off with innovation. So let's say Apple Watches. When they first came out, they were super popular. Everyone wanted them, so they peaked in sales to their inflated expectations. But then after Christmas, everyone has one, talk starts dying down, and that product starts to fall into a trove of disillusionment. And with that, it's not that the product wasn't good, it's just hype was over about it. And after that, it starts to move into a slope of enlightenment. And at that point, this is probably going to be the best time to invest into another partnership or Oracle or NetSuite or whatever you're looking at. And so this hype cycle is going to show you when the best time for your company is to invest into a company to partner with so that you get the best prices and you know that what you're paying for, you're really getting the full worth out of. How do you think that could help you in making your decision?
I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of business 101. Don't buy at the height of the market. So.
Oh yeah. Don't pay what you don't want to pay for.
That's right.
And so with all of that, how do you think Gartner can help Arcland so far?
I think that as far as what I need right now, it sounds to me like you guys have the tools. So I'm excited. But also looking at my budget, I'm having a hard time seeing how it would work. Right?
Of course, I completely understand that. And is it just mainly you're scared that you don't have enough funds to be able to pay for something like this?
Yeah, if we're looking at the average cost of the system is $800,000 and my budget's $700,000, it doesn't really matter what yours costs.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But with that, so you said $800,000 contract. So at Gartner, we have experts that are going to fine-tooth comb those contracts for you and pull out any dollars that you should still have in your pocket.
My understanding it was $50,000 for
the first year.
Well, but that covers my managers, so that's not too bad. Like so, myself and then my 3 reports, 50,000 doesn't seem too bad. Is my understanding correct?
Your understanding is correct. And on top of that, you can buy cheaper memberships that go to the rest of your employees, and that's an extra $15,000 on top of the $50,000. So you're looking at about $65,000.
Hold on. So $50,000 covers what?
$50,000 covers yourself, and then there's $15,000 for each individual you want to add on to there. So if it's you and your 3 managers, let's say that is $45,000 for them, and then $50,000 for you. So $95,000 total.
What?
I know that sounds insane,
crazy.
But okay. So with a contract, if it's $800,000, we are guaranteed to save you 15 to 20% of that contract. So that's $200,000 that's going straight back into your pocket. So if you take out
when you say guaranteed, that's contractually guaranteed?
We have experts that have time and time again have had a 75% approval rate of saving you that much. And so even if we're lowballing it, you're still saving $200,000 out of that $800,000 contract. So if you're saving that, that's an extra $105,000 that's going into your pocket after even paying the membership, which gets you well below that $700,000 budget you have.
Interesting.
Does that alleviate your concern about the cost?
It does.
Well, with all of this, I don't want to waste any more of your time. I want you to be able to get the ball rolling with your company. So how does it sound to go ahead and make some moves and help you get on your way?
I think we can probably do that.
Perfect. I would love to. So my team and I, this is not the full contract, this
Okay.
is just that you would like to go ahead and start working with Gartner.
Okay.
Perfect, and then we can discuss all of the extras about it and get through with it.
Great.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope being a buyer the rest of the day isn't too stressful. Because we had to be a buyer for all of the advanced sales kids, and after that whole day of being a buyer,
It's all good.
thank you, Drew.
Let's see what they are. Let's.
So I gotta cut it.
Yeah.